You're subscribed to my channel? Really? You want to sit in the Lambo? Go ahead, dude. No? It's so low. Pretty cool, huh? No, that's the brake. Keep it from rolling. So you want a Lambo? Here, I'll give you a Lambo. I got extra Lambos. So you subscribe to my channel? Well, that's pretty awesome. Here, how about that one? It's exact same. It's the same. Is that cool?
Thank you.
Merch hat?
Thank you.
Thanks for being a fan of the channel, dude. See you, man. Take care. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and welcome back to another video. And I'm going to respond to all of your comments about my 2021 Dodge Charger that I ordered about a month ago. Haven't got any updates on it yet, but I do have a list of the 12 things I plan to do with that car the second I get it. You may want to do some of these things too. But first, we got to roll that intro. We got to do a little car shuffling right now first. I just love how this thing sounds. Kind of goes good with the American flag, doesn't it? All right, so let's get started. But first, we got to do a little motivation here, and it ties directly towards the shift in my channel that some of you have commented that you've noticed this last few months. And it feels to some of you like I pulled away from Dodge, and I have not. What I've done is I've included other car stuff in here because I'm a car guy. I love all cars. So I've added in the Lamborghini. I did a video on the Land Rover, and I'm out searching for my childhood first vehicle, my Toyota 4x4. And these are things that I'm going to share with all of you. And I get that at some level my views are going to drop, and they have dropped as a result of the Lamborghini content, and that's unfortunate. And it's really unfortunate when my daughter says, Daddy, your views have dropped. But I've invited in a lot more subscribers. So in the last month, it's close to 900 subscribers. Last 2 months, it's close to 2,000 more subscribers. And it's new audiences that enjoy both the Dodge content and just overall car content. So I'm hoping that you all will hang with me through this shift, because it is a small step back for a giant leap forward for the channel, and it's something that I've got to muscle through. And I'm just telling you straight up, it's not easy to do, to watch your views drop from 6, 8, 10,000 views per video down to 1,000, 800, 1,500, and it takes weeks to get to 3,000 views. It's stressful, but who would I be? How could I call myself a motivator if I just gave up? So I'm pushing through, and I'm bringing more new, diverse content to you all. And it's not just going to be about Dodge, but it will always have Dodge as the foundation, because I love my Challenger Hellcat Red Eye, and I am going to love my Scat Pack when it gets here, which no information yet, but I'm still searching everywhere to try to find one in the color that I want, the Go Mango, that might be lurking at a dealership somewhere. So quick story, then we'll get into the 12 things that I'm going to do to the Scat Pack that might help you kind of connect with me on a step back a little bit to make a giant leap forward level. And I think it was 1998, 97, 98, I was making about $150,000 a year selling real estate. I was 27 years old, and it was a lot of money, and equivalent to probably close to $250,000 to $300,000 today. This is not a flex or a brag in any way, shape, or form. You know that's not who I am, but that was a lot of money, and I have to give you the perspective for the story to make any sense. I had several cars, and I had a boat, and I had a beautiful huge 2,500 square foot home with a pool. Everything was great. Here in Southern California, that's pretty expensive stuff. And I was single, so you can imagine my life was pretty awesome and fun. Now it's awesome and fun in different ways today, of course, but it was incredible, just imagine. Then I met a gentleman named Rich, who was very rich, and generally I kind of get turned off by people that flex all their money and stuff, and I was concerned that that was going to be him. But my friend said, you just got to meet this guy. He seems like a really cool guy, and a really genuine guy. And I said, yeah, but I don't need to meet another freaking rich guy that tells me how he's gonna, make me rich one day if I do what he says. And he says, just meet him. So I did, and I met this guy from Ohio who is living in Orange County, California, and his roots come from very modest beginnings, very much like mine with a blue-collar father. And he had reached a point in his life where he's worth tens of millions of dollars. And after about an hour of having a meeting with him, I was intrigued by his offer to come work with him and for him to help me learn business from a leadership standpoint. Now, I was barely able to match my socks, but this guy says, look, I want to put you in management and I want to teach you how to run a business. You said you didn't go to college, didn't get that opportunity, and I think this could be an opportunity for basically you to go to college and get paid to do it, but on the job. And I said, okay, cool. How much are you going to pay me? Because I need money. And he says, $3,000 a month. And I looked at him like, are you out of your mind? Like, my car payments add up to like $1,500 a month. My house payment's another $1,500 a month. I mean, I can't work for $3,000 a month. And I said, you're gonna have to pay me more if you really want me to take this job. He says, well, you've never proven yourself to be able to run anything, a bigger business, so I'm not gonna pay you any more. But I'll teach you over time, you can earn a lot more money. You just have to trust me. And something about this guy really hit me here, that, you know what, if I take this leap, actually this step backwards in pay, that it might lead to a giant leap forward. And I believed him. And it's the first time, and my gut's usually right, and I trusted this guy. And he taught me business. And within 3-4 months, my salary had doubled, and then it doubled again, and then it continued to double until I got where I am today, which is a very, very comfortable place where I make significantly several times more than what I was making back then, times 3 or 4, and life is good. So, and the equivalent dollars from then to today. And I look back at that moment in my life where I had to take that step backwards, and it was really hard to do, and a lot of people thought I was crazy. But the giant leap forwards was I filled my brain with information that taught me how to run big businesses, how to grow big businesses and follow super wealthy people in their path and learn what they did. And that worked to the extent that I get to be where I am today. And no, I'm not filthy rich. I'm not dripping in gold and diamond rings and all kinds of crazy stuff. And I have a Lamborghini, but it's an old used Lamborghini. I have my Dodges. I have a beautiful home, a great wife, and I make a great living. But living in Southern California is ridiculously expensive. That home that some of you have commented on, that it looks like an older home, is well over $1 million in Orange County. It's not cheap to live here. So I'm glad, going back to that time, I'm glad I met him. I'm glad I took that step backwards. So my advice to all of you, if you're in a place in your life and you have an opportunity where you can afford to take a small step back to align with people who are going to help you achieve great wealth, great success, but more importantly, great knowledge, then do it. And that's what I'm doing with this channel today, is I'm stepping back a little bit. I'm letting it fall in views, but grow in subscribers. Fall in viewers, but grow in time watched. Things that are happening in the channel are pretty hard to understand right now. My revenue has increased, yet my views have dropped. So weird things taking place. I'm taking this step back to make this giant leap forward. And all I can say is, if you have this opportunity in your life to do the same thing, then do it. I'm going to do it with my channel, and I appreciate all of you hanging with me through this, and I hope this helps you in any of your future life decisions. But now let's get into what's really important and talk about my new Scat pack that hopefully will be here in a couple of months or sooner, or I'm going to find one out there for sale and just buy it and start doing this stuff to it. All right, so let's get into these 12 things. Now, some of these 12 things are illegal. Let me just get this out of the way right now, and I do not recommend or suggest you go do anything illegal that might get you in trouble. I don't want you to blame me when you're on the side of the road doing the Macarena with your hands on top of your head and getting handcuffed. I'm not looking for those kinds of comments. You got to make decisions about your own life, your own car. If I told you to jump off a cliff, anyone watching this video would be stupid if they went and jumped off a cliff. But if I tell you a couple of things in this video, like I'm going to tell you my first thing, which is I'm going to limo tint the windows. I'm going to limo tint all the windows except for the front windshield, but I'm still probably going to throw some tint on the front windshield, which is illegal. And depending on where you live, you may not be able to tint any of your windows. I've been pulled over many times for tinted windows, and I've gotten tickets for that. And I've written the check to unravel that. And you can say whatever you want in the comments, but I want tinted windows. I think the car looks better with tinted windows, so I'm gonna have tinted windows. Plus, in Southern California, it gets hot as freaking hell in the summertime, and with a black car or a black interior, which I'll have in my Scat Pack, I'm gonna have tinted windows. The front windshield, I've never done before. That one's a step out there a little bit. I'm gonna try it out and see how many times I get pulled over, and if it gets to be a little bit of a nuisance, then I may remove it. But for sure, I'm tinting the windows. I just think the car looks better. Number 2, I'm gonna go to Lux Auto Concepts, and I'm gonna put a link in the description below, and I'm gonna tint all of my lights. My brake lights, my marker lights, all the way around the car. I may even put some film across the headlights because I think it looks good. I did it with my Challenger. And actually I did it with all 3 of my Challengers, and I'm gonna do it with my Charger. And the nice thing about Lux is the kits come with everything you need, pre-cut and easily installed. It literally took maybe 30 minutes to do. You should have a heat gun when you do it because it will make it a lot easier, but just follow the directions if you're gonna do it to your car. It'll look so, so good. And number 3, of course, I'm gonna do the stripes. I didn't order the car with the stripes because I'm gonna have OC Wraps do the stripes with my OC Motivator logo in the hood, just like I have it on my Challenger Hellcat Red Eye, because that's gonna be the theme. I'd do it the Lambo if I thought it would look good. So I'm gonna have those stripes put on there, and I may go with a different pattern this time around. Some of you have been really vocal about the pattern that my wife chose that turns out I do like. But for sure, the logo is going to be in those stripes. I think the stripes just look great. Number 4, you know I'm going to put the stereo system in it, and you know I'm going to get a ton of views on those videos like I did last year when I did the stereo system in the Hellcat Red Eye. 5, I'm gonna put the dash cam in. Some of you wanted an update on the Viofo 3-way dash cam that I installed in my Challenger, and I'm telling you, it's awesome. So I'm going to get another one of those. I'm gonna stick it in the Scat Pack because it is beautiful. It's not failed me once. This thing catches everything out there, and it never fails me from front, back, and inside. Six, I have not done this to my other cars. I did it to my first, my RT, but I'm going to lower the Scat Pack Widebody just a little bit, maybe an inch. I'm going to take it to a very reputable shop and have them lower it professionally. Just every one of you that has one of these Chargers that's lowered just a little bit with that Widebody, it looks so mean and menacing, and it looks so cool. So I'm probably going to lower it just a little bit. Number 7, I have learned with the Widebody that those big wide tires throw rocks, and you will get chips all over the rear bottom parts of your car. You can't get away from it. But with those ZL1 add-on rock guards, I believe that's going to solve the problem. I did not put them on my Hellcat Red Eye because this was not a primary driver. I don't drive it all the time, so I haven't had any real issues with it. But I believe driving that Scat Pack as a daily driver, I'm going to need those things. So I'm going to take your advice and put those on. Number 8, and this one I took some heat for in one of my other videos when I shared all the things I did to my Challenger, and I'll put one comment up on the screen right now that you will see this poor person was triggered beyond belief, and actually, I believe, thought that when I tell people to do things on the internet that they're just going to just zombie-like walk out of their house and start doing these things to their car. Back to, if I tell you to jump off a bridge, you wouldn't jump off a bridge. And if you think that this is a bad thing to do because where you live, if you do this, it's a felony and you go to jail for 20 years, then don't do it. Use your head. But where I live, removing your front license plate is a fix-it ticket. It's no big deal. And generally, removing the front license plate doesn't get you pulled over where I live. It just doesn't happen unless you do something extremely stupid and then you're a jerk to the cop when he pulls you over. There's 2 reasons why generally, in my experience, people get no front license plate tickets. Is you were a jerk to the cop when you got pulled over and you did something to just tick him off, or the cop decided to give you a front license plate ticket instead of give you the ticket for 90 and a 60. I'm good with that. I've actually had tickets like that before where the cop said, look, I'm gonna let you off the hook for the speeding, but I'm gonna give you a ticket for the front license plate. And I'm like, dude, I love you. Thank you very much. Like, you have to do something because you got me on the side of the road and you got to show your boss that you did some work today. I'm all good with that, but you didn't give me the ticket that was going to screw up my driving record, have me in traffic school, or raise my insurance rates. So thank you very much. So for me, no front license plate is not a big deal. I don't mind taking that huge, colossal risk in driving without one. I think the cars look bad with them on the front of their cars. And I have also experienced what happens when you get pulled over for that. So it's not a big deal. So if you don't want to remove yours, then don't. That's cool, personal preference. But no need to comment in the comment section and let the whole world know that you live in perpetual fear of getting pulled over for that. I understand some areas, some communities are just wrought with police that are looking for reasons to pull people over. Then you maybe shouldn't remove yours. But for me, and for a lot of you out there, it's not a big deal. And if you're a 50-year-old guy like me, probably the cops aren't looking to harass you for no front license. Number 9, I'm going to do the Dodge Delete from the back of the car. I'm going to remove the DODGE from the rear of the Dodge Charger. My Scat Pack's not going to have that on the back. I think it's going to look cleaner. I believe it's across the rear taillights, so I'm going to take that off. It's easy to do with a heat gun and some soap and water and some fishing line, and that sucker will come right off and it'll look super clean. I'm going to keep the Scat Pack logo because I think it's one of the coolest logos Dodge has out there right now, but I'm going to take off the Dodge. I may even take off the Charger logo if that's on the back of that thing. Number 10, and you know this is coming, I'm going to put an exhaust on it. And I'm probably going to go with the X Mod because I love the X Mod on my Challenger. It sounds and looks awesome. Now, I'm probably going to remove the mufflers from my Challenger once I get the Charger because I won't drive this one as much, and I don't care that I'm setting car alarms off because it's so loud. But I do love the X Mod system. I think it sounds amazing. It's awesome, and I believe it adds a little bit of horsepower too. Number 11, I'm going to do the ceramic coating. I think it came out great on the Challenger, and I'm going to do it right away when I get the Charger. And it just adds that beautiful pop and gloss, as well as protects the paint a little bit too. So that's coming right away. Like literally the first week, I'm going to set that appointment up and get that thing ceramic coated. And number 12, I'm going to PPF the front of the car. I'm not going to PPF the entire car because it's going to be a lease to my business. It just makes sense for me to lease the car rather than buy the car. So I'm not going to drop $5,000 to PPF the entire car. So everything else I do is going to help protect a lot of the parts of the car, but also make it look amazing. And the PPF will just protect the front because I don't want to deal with the rock chips in the front of the car. These are big cars and they catch rocks really, really easily. So PPFing the front is absolutely necessary, and that will happen. So that's a list of the stuff I'm going to do to my Scat Pack when I get it, and I'm telling you, I'm starting to buy some of these things now. I cannot wait. I've got some more content coming with some stuff I'm going to do to the Hellcat Red Eye, so stay tuned for that. But with that, everybody, thank you so much for sticking with the channel through this little shift I'm going through right now. I appreciate it more than you can imagine. Please stay focused, stay committed, stay motivated, and I will talk to you in the next video. Take care. You want to race? Jump on your skateboard? You want to tie a rope to the back of my car? I wouldn't run you over. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh no! Oh no! You're winning! You're winning! I got it in valet mode.